From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
I heard gunshots, 6 rounds. Go bop, 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 bop.
A scary afternoon for many as bullets were flying into a home in the city of Hazleton. Someone was shooting from a car and in broad daylight. The latest round of gunfire in the city is where we begin tonight. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Kristen Bazinski. Well, it happened in broad daylight and has residents of Hazleton scared. Someone fired a gun at a city home from a speeding car around 1 Thursday afternoon. We found police and a crowd of people, mostly residents of Locust Street near 11th Street, where the gunfire startled many today. But we're told this is not the first time shots have been fired in the area in recent weeks, and neighbors say there was even a big fight back in July. Today it was about 5 to 6 shots, according to neighbors, and we found police investigating what they believed were bullet holes in a home. We also know witnesses told police they saw a dark gray or black car fleeing the area very fast. And at the nearby Emmanuel Christian School, we know that parents and students were actually working outside at the time of the shooting.
We heard all of a sudden about 5 loud gunshots, just like there were the other night at the same place, and we looked out and there was a black car speeding up Locust Street like crazy, and then we called the cops.
How does this make you feel? Is this 2 shootings recently in this area?
It's real close to my house, and it's really scary. This town is getting so bad. I'm really starting to get afraid now. I don't want to leave my home, but this is getting scary.
Hazleton city officers called in the State Police Crime Scene Unit to help in the investigation. It is not known if anyone was inside the home that was hit with gunfire or exactly how many bullet holes were found. News 13 is awaiting additional information from police. However, if you know anything about this crime, dial 911. More details are emerging from the death investigation of Ebervale resident 29-year-old Aaron Resnick. Resnick was found severely beaten in the middle of the night, August 4th, along Carson Street in the city. He was missing most of his clothes and was unconscious. Police did not know who he was because he had no identification on him. On Monday, Resnick succumbed to his injuries and was never able to speak with investigators about what happened to him and who hurt him. As we've been reporting, police ID'd Resnick after finding his abandoned car on Sherman Court in the city. Now, according to a story in today's Standard Speaker, police have learned that a text message was sent from Resnick's missing phone 2 days after he was found and while he was in critical condition and hooked up to a ventilator. That message was sent in the area of North Broad Street and Monroe Avenue. Now, we told you on News 13 Wednesday that the cause and manner of Resnick's death were undetermined after an autopsy was performed. Police did say Resnick suffered head and face injuries, including skull fractures, a brain bleed, and fractures to both nasal passages. Investigators want to know if you came in contact with Resnick before he was found beaten, or if anyone remembers seeing him anywhere in the area. His father told investigators the last time he spoke to his son was August 3rd. Call police with any information you have, the number 459-4950, or just dial 911. Now to Butler Township, where 2 businesses and a home all burglarized, and all within the past week. Police tell News 13 the first burglary happened last Thursday along St. John's Road to a business and a vehicle parked outside, a weed whacker, and a large amount of prescription medicine taken. Then on Sunday, another business was hit, this time along Foothills Drive. Police say the burglar got away with cash from the register. The most recent burglary happened Tuesday when a home on Buckridge Drive was ransacked. Again, prescription medicine was taken along with jewelry. Police ask if you have any information on any of these incidents to call them immediately. The number is 788-4111. State police are now looking for a man after he was a no-show in court. Troopers say 30-year-old Kevin Dancer was to report to district court in Freeland. Dancer is now in some hot water after giving police a fake name back in May when he was pulled over. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to contact state troopers at 459-3890. Residents in one part of Butler Township will be happy to know that a bumpy road will soon have a new smooth coat. Butler Township supervisors gathered for a rare afternoon session Thursday to go over bids to fix parts of St. John's Road. The work was awarded to Hazelton Site Contracting for a little over $108,000. That is a pending approval from the solicitor. Hazelton Site was the lowest bidder.
There's some sections of the highway that are very badly deteriorated, and the bid goes out to the construction company to repair those properly so that when we resurface the road, it'll hold together for as many years as possible.
Although I disagree with how it's done, I think that it could be done in-house and save some money. They decided to contract it out to someone who the one supervisor has a financial interest with.
Now, like Supervisor Young said, he voted no on the bid because of the conflict, and he believes the township could have done the work faster and cheaper. No word yet when work will actually start in the valley on St. John's Road. More controversy erupting amongst Hazelton City Council members Wednesday night. During the public comment part of the meeting, concerns were raised about a new ordinance that council's looking to make into law. The question stemmed from the Uniform Construction Code permits and inspection fees for the city. An increase in pricing sparked anger. At least 2 council members are not in favor of raising the fees, claiming residents cannot afford to pay more. Residents who spoke out say the new ordinance basically triples the price. Also coming out of the meeting, City Council passed a new graffiti law defining and prohibiting graffiti and providing removal and penalties for violations in the city of Hazelton. We'll have much more on that coming up on News 13. If you want to win, you'll want to keep it here on News 13, your chance to win some free tickets to a musical still ahead. Plus, get your whole family together this weekend and get ready to rock the block. We have a guest live from Faith Assembly of God to talk about this annual powerful event. On your screen right now, you're winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Your daily number 804, Big 4 4850, Quinto 35261, and Treasure Hunt 14, 15, 18, 25, 27. And how about that big Mega Millions winner last night? I believe it was the Mega Millions. 1 winner and over $300 million.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, happy birthday goes out to Danielle Agresta. This wish comes with love from your friends, family, and all of your customers. Tonight's Talk of the Town report, the Anthracite Apostles will be hosting a bike run to benefit the Helping Hand Society. The event will be held Saturday, August 18th. Registration begins at 9 a.m. at Perkins. The ride will leave around 11 a.m. and end at Quaker Steak and Lube in Bloomsburg with food, games, bike wash, and bands. For more information, please call 570-762-2070. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Mary J. Barkanek of Hazelton. Funeral will be held Saturday at 11 a.m. at the Most Precious Blood Church. Friends may call at the church from 10 a.m. until the time of service. The Furrow Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Veronica Dutzer, formerly of Beaver Meadows. Funeral is Friday at 10:30 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. Pasquale Albano of Hazelton. Arrangements will be announced by the Furrow Funeral Home. Krista Sarek of Freeland. Services will be held at the convenience of the family from the Cotterall Petrilli Funeral Home. Catherine M. Heisner of Hazel Township. Services will be held privately and at the convenience of the family. The Butler Chapel of the Crofton Hughes Funeral Home assisted the family. Paul Boreski, formerly of Shenandoah, the Lukowitz-Orovitz-Feld Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Aaron Nicholas Resnick of Evervale. Memorial Mass will be held Saturday at 11 a.m. in the St. Joseph's Church. Arrangements are under the direction of the John J. Pustai Funeral Home. Joseph T. Gardner of Hazelton. Funeral will be held Saturday at 9 a.m. from the Furrow Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 6 to 9 p.m. Margaret Peg McIntyre of Hazelton. Funeral will be held Friday at 9:30 a.m. from the Boyle Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Paul M. Olshafer of Nuremberg. Funeral will be held Saturday at 11:30 a.m. from the Harmon Funeral Home. Friends may call Saturday starting at 10 a.m. And David B. Flory of Morrisville. Funeral Mass will be held Friday at noon at the St. John Evangelist Church in Yardley. The Joseph A. Flory III Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazelton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's. Don't settle for second best when dining out. Discover Mia's new low-price dinner menu. And remember, there's always plenty of free gated parking behind the Markle building.
Yeah, really. All right, welcome back, everyone, and we are happy to have with us Maureen Gregory and Sal Reyes. Maureen is from Faith Assembly of God. We welcome her every year to talk about a really cool event called Rockin' the Block, and Sal's his first time joining us tonight. He's the outreach pastor with Faith Assembly of God. So welcome to both of you.
Thank you very much for having us.
Absolutely. Rockin' the Block happening already this Saturday. I can't believe summer's going so fast because we always talk about it around this time of the year. Which is a great event, and it's this Saturday at Pine Street Playground. So fill us in, Maureen.
Oh my goodness. Rockin' the Block is going to be taking a little bit of a change this year. In previous years, we've gone from park to park, but this year we're not. We're just going to do one all-day big event at Pine Street Playground on Saturday. And at this event, it's going to be more than just, hanging out with the kids. We're trying to reach families as well. We're bringing in a lot of things like free groceries and care packages to help families that are in need. We are still giving away backpacks as well. This year we have 500 backpacks to give away. The number just keeps getting bigger and bigger every year. Now, along with this, we're also doing free haircuts for anybody who needs a haircut. And I know with the job situation, in today's society, people are trying to find work, and in that, these haircuts can go for them as well if they're going for interviews and trying to get a job. And along with that, we're also doing a resume building help. Okay. People want to come and start resumes, or if they began a resume and they need to tweak it a little bit, we have people there that are going to help them with that. There's some other stuff going on. Sal, do you want to tell them a little bit more?
Sure. We have we're going to have a family photo booth there. A lot of people don't get family photos, and so they can come down with their whole family, take a picture, and they'll be able to leave with that at the end of the day. And what else? We got free lunch for everybody that comes down. Anybody that's in the area, come down, have some lunch.
Wow.
It's pretty exciting.
So it's definitely a family-oriented day. It's not just for the kids this time.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, another big one that we have, we're going to have RNs and registered nurses and maybe even a doctor come down. We are going to do health screenings for people as well. A lot of people, I guess, can't get to the doctors. They could do things like blood pressure checks and things like that are really good for them.
Okay, and obviously, on the surface of this, as we're talking about it, you can see, all the good and the importance of having events like this. But, let's just talk about why it's so important for you guys to do this for the community, for the kids, and for the parents. I'll start with you, Maureen.
Okay. Well, I know, Faith Assembly of God is really big in the community. We want to help the community. We don't want to be the church that just gathers together on a Sunday to worship, to let us feel good. We want to be like Jesus was. He was out there and he was compassionate and he met needs when they needed to be met. Yeah. And that's what we want to do. We kind of want to be Jesus with skin on. Mm-hmm. And in today's society, it's going to look a little different than when he was walking, but in the end, it's all the same. Mm-hmm. You bless people, you take care of people, you're there for one another, and it's all just about loving the community and just being there and caring for one another.
All right, very good. And, Sal, you do outreach all the time. You're the outreach pastor for Faith Assembly. So this is basically an outreach program.
Right. Yeah, I'm pretty new to all of this. I got saved at a Rockin' the Block event, and I came to know the Lord. And so I'm really passionate about getting back out there and helping other people to meet Jesus like I did.
Right. And Maureen, again, it is this Saturday. Let everyone know what times and where they should show up at.
This Saturday, August 18th, 11 o'clock to 4 o'clock p.m.
Okay.
At the Pine Street Playground,
okay.
which is on Pine Street between Hemlock and Oak. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Between Hemlock and Oak.
Okay.
And we're basically, this year the city is allowing us to actually block off Hemlock Street.
Good.
And Hemlock Street is going to be completely blocked off, and we're also going to utilize the basketball courts and the soccer courts as well.
Okay.
It's going to be a really big event. The kids stuff is all there as well. I know we really didn't talk about the kids stuff this year, but the inflatable slides are going to be there, the candy cannons are going to be there, clowns, puppets, everything that we've always had in previous years is just really magnified.
So much going on at the Pine Street Playground and so much good going on. So if you heard anything that sounds good to you, or you just want to come out and have fun and meet everybody and maybe meet some new friends, you can do so. It's Rockin' the Block, Saturday, 11 to 4 at the Pine Street Playground in Hazleton. Maureen and Sal, thank you so much for coming on, and good luck with the event. And we must add that everything is free, correct?
Yes, everything is absolutely free.
Okay, very good. Thanks so much. Good luck.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Well, as we get one more day closer to the weekend, let's take a look at what Mother Nature has in store for all of our Schuylkill County viewers. For the rest of tonight and into our TGIF, partly cloudy skies for this evening, 62 will be our low. And then for your Friday, partly sunny, thunderstorms are likely. We're up to 83. Woo, could you imagine if we were 38? 83 degrees on Friday in Schuylkill County. And a West Hazelton Elementary School student helping to bring tonight's forecast for all of Greater Hazelton. It looks like this picture gives us a little bit of everything, from rain to sunshine. Let's see what we can actually expect. Mostly clear tonight, low down to 60 for your Friday. It's going to be partly sunny skies, a little cooler, 75, with a 50% chance of some thunder and lightning. Just Windows and much, much more. 636-1133 on First Street in Freeland. Just Windows bringing you the forecast tonight. Visit them online as well at justwindowsandmore.com. News 13 wants to send you to see Legally Blonde, the musical presented by the PTPA. That's the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts. It's Saturday, August 17th and 18th at 7 p.m. and then again on the 19th at 3. You be the 13th caller right now and you can win 2 tickets to see Legally Blonde. Give us a call now at 459-9813. This is for your Live at 4 newscast only. Good luck. More news and information headed your way next. Stay with us. Starting on the West Coast and making their way to the East Coast, these bike riders are pedaling across the entire country, and they're raising money and awareness about an important cause while doing it. We'll meet a group called the Friendship Circle right now.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazelton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Hi again, everyone. Thanks so much for staying with us tonight. I'm Kristen Bazinski, and if you're calling in to win those tickets, we do have a winner, so thank you so much for calling. Well, imagine riding a bicycle across the entire country, pedaling over 5,000 miles in just 7 weeks. Well, one group known as the Friendship Circle has cycled their way to Hazelton from the West Coast, and they're not finished yet. News 13 caught up with members of this volunteer club Thursday evening at Hazelton's YMYWCA before they continued their ride, which will end in New York City. It's all a part of the National Bike for Friendship cross-country tour. While this group is cycling coast to coast, they are also raising awareness and money for children with special needs. We spoke with one member who explains what the Friendship Circle is all about.
And what Friendship Circle does is it takes teenage volunteers and it pairs them with children with special needs, and they spend time together just to hang out, be with them, chill, relax, really build a connection, build that friendship, it's a learning experience on both ends, and it really helps both people grow. It's an amazing thing. I personally volunteered, and most of the riders that we have volunteered for Friendship Circle. And about now they have about over 84 organizations across the globe.
The next stop for these bikers, Wilkes-Barre. Then they'll travel to New Jersey. The Friendship Circle will reach the next final destination, which will be New York City on Sunday. You have the possibility to make new friends at a free event this weekend hosted by one local church community. News 13 getting a little sneak peek of some of the entertainment you'll be able to hear at this Sunday's free family outing hosted by Emmanuel Bible Chapel of Hazelton. Musicians who are also church members and make up the band Our Praise were busy practicing some of the music for the day of family food and fun. We talk with Assistant Pastor Luke Breeze.
Not only our church, but everybody in the community is invited to come, eat for free, play some games, hear some music, and there's no catch. Just come out and hang out with us. So.
And why is the church putting this on?
Because we know that as a church, we are fed, but we also need to reach out to the community. It's not just about the 100 or so people that come to our church. It's about reaching out and spreading the love of Christ. So.
Now, all the fun will be at Community Park in Hazel Township again from 1 to 4 with free food, free prizes, free entertainment, and the opportunity to meet new people. Sounds like a great time and a great gesture by the church. It happened in broad daylight and has residents of Hazleton scared. Someone fired a gun at a city home from a speeding car around 1 Thursday afternoon. We found police and a crowd of people, most residents of Locust Street near 11th Street, where the gunfire startled many today. But we're told this not the first time shots have been fired in the area in recent weeks. And neighbors say there was even a big fight back in July. Today, it was about 5 to 6 shots, according to neighbors, and we found police investigating what they believe to be several bullet holes in a home. We also know witnesses told police they saw a dark gray or black car fleeing the area very fast.
We heard all of a sudden about 5 loud gunshots, just like there were the other night at the same place, and we looked out and there was a black car speeding up Locust Street like crazy. And then we called the cops.
How does this make you feel? Is this 2 shootings recently in this area?
It's real close to my house, and it's really scary. This town is getting so bad. I'm really starting to get afraid now. I don't want to leave my home, but this is getting scary.
Now, we know that this area is directly across the street from the Emmanuel Christian School, and students and parents were actually there when this happened. Officers from the city have called in state police crime scene unit investigators to help with the investigation. It's not known if anyone was inside the home that was hit with gunfire or exactly how many bullet holes were found. News 13 is waiting additional information from police. However, if you know anything about this crime, dial 911. More details are emerging from the death investigation of Ebervale resident 29-year-old Aaron Resnick. Resnick was found severely beaten in the middle of the night, August 4th, along Carson Street in the city. He was missing most of his clothing and was unconscious. Police did not know who he was because he had no identification on him. On Monday, Resnick succumbed to his injuries and was never able to speak with investigators about what happened to him and who hurt him. As we've been reporting, police ID'd Resnick after finding his abandoned car on Sherman Court in the city. According to a story in today's Standard Speaker, police have learned that a text message was sent from Resnick's missing phone 2 days after he was found and while he was in critical condition and hooked up to a ventilator. Now, that message was sent in the area of North Broad Street and Monroe Avenue in West Hazleton. We told you on News 13 Wednesday that the cause and manner of Resnick's death were undetermined after an autopsy was performed. Police did say Resnick suffered head and face injuries, including skull fractures, a brain bleed, and fractures to both nasal passages. Investigators want to know if anyone came in contact with Resnick before he was found beaten or if anyone remembers seeing him anywhere in the area. His father told investigators that the last time he spoke to his son was August 3rd. Call police with any information you have by calling 459-4950 or dial 911 right away. Police are looking for more information about a Hazel Township crash that News 13 first told you about on Wednesday. 2 cars were involved in that accident that happened at the intersection of the Airport Beltway and Hollyland Drive. State police tell us the drivers were 21-year-old Ryan Reinheimer of Drums and 53-year-old Charles Redman of Hazleton. Both had to be freed from their vehicles and taken to the hospital. Reinheimer also had 1 passenger, 20-year-old Jacqueline Cirilla of Hazleton, who suffered minor injuries. Anyone with any information on this accident is asked to give the state police a call, and that number 459-3890. Still to come, band and color guard members from the Hazleton Area High School are working hard before the start of football season. We'll stop at band camp for a sneak peek of what they plan on bringing to the fields. Plus, our Jasmine Brooks is back at the Hazleton Animal Shelter, and I'm very surprised she didn't leave with this week's featured pup. Adopt Me is next.
We're back at the Hazleton Animal Shelter for this week's Adopt Me, and I am in love with this week's dog. His name is Jack, very appropriate because he is a Jack Russell mix. Of course, I'm joined by Chris Barkanic this week, and Chris, this dog is amazing. Not only is he so cute, but he is so sweet.
Yeah, he's a very affectionate and loving dog. Of course, he's already neutered and negative for Lyme and heartworm, and currently vaccinated on all his shots. He just loves to be held and give kisses. He's a very friendly, affectionate little guy.
I think that everyone is going to love this dog. And he actually volunteered, okay? He was scratching at his door like, I'm ready to go.
Yep. He heard we were looking for a dog, and he said, I'm going on TV.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about his personality.
Well, he's not really hyper. He's playful, but I think more affectionate. He's a small dog. He's a Jack Russell, so he's very intelligent and has a decent amount of energy. He's also under a year old, so he's got a little bit of puppiness to him left.
He's seriously at the perfect age because he is still almost a puppy, but he has all that crazy Jack Russell energy. It really died down a little bit.
Yep, he's nice and calm and lovable now. He's beyond the housebreaking phase and all the annoying parts.
All right, so this week's dog is Jack, and as you can see, I mean, how could you not love this adorable dog? This week's cat is named Nicole, and Nicole looks like one of my cats at home. But every time I'm at the shelter, Nicole says, hello, I need to get adopted too. So this week we are featuring Nicole. She is absolutely beautiful at just under a year. She has medium hair with beautiful gray fur. And Chris, tell me a little bit more about Nicole.
Well, that's about it. She has a very nice personality. She's very friendly and affectionate. She's pretty young, like you said, under a year. And as you can see, she does love to be held. She's a medium hair, so she may need to be brushed every now and then. She likes to chew on my finger. And, yep, she's a very sweet, friendly cat.
And of course, she's very personable, always jumping up to say hello to me. So it's important that I always bring to you the cats that are very friendly and want to be, in a home and love people. And Chris, I know you're always taking donations, so just remind everybody the phone number and where you're located.
Of course. We are here at 101 North Poplar Street here in Hazleton. And if you'd like to reach us, our number is 454-0640.
All right, perfect. And I do want to remind everybody that one of last week's kittens and one of last week's min pins were adopted. So thank you so much, of course, to whoever decided to take them in. That's wonderful. And I love to see all these animals go to great homes. So for this week's Adopt Me, I'm Jasmine Brooks reporting from the Hazleton Animal Shelter.
All right, Jasmine, thanks so much. Well, football season is right around the corner. As players take the field to practice for the big game ahead, band members, too, have to prepare for the season. About 75 members of the Hazleton Area High School Band and Color Guard headed to the Lady Cougar softball field Thursday afternoon for band camp. Playing musical instruments was only the beginning of today's practice. The marching band and color guard team have a lot of choreography to learn before the season starts. And with the fancy moves comes a unique sound. This year's theme has never been done before. The theme, called In the Heights, is an all Latin theme. We spoke with the band director to find out about the students' progress.
I think it's going to be excellent. We're stepping up to even more challenging music, more advanced music. More advanced moves, and every year we try to do that. And the kids are really taking on the challenge very well. Even though we lost the day to rain, and we're moving ahead really, really well. We have our first 2 numbers done. We have 1 more to go.
Band camp will wrap up next Friday. In addition to high school football games, the field show the students are learning will be performed at competitions. If you have creativity and an eye for style, you can turn your talent into a thriving career. One local hair and beauty academy wants to help you make that a reality and invites you to come get an exclusive look at what they have to offer. News 13 stopping by Jolie Hair and Beauty Academy Thursday afternoon, where the party was just getting started at the open house. Staff members and students were all on hand welcoming new potential students and showing them around. We spoke with the campus director to find out what Jolie has to offer.
We offer them a successful education in the beauty industry as well as the barbering industry. We like to have fun and we like to educate them in the most current trends that are out there in the market.
Now, if you missed all the fun today, Jolie Hair and Beauty Academy will host part 2 of the open house tonight, Thursday, from 6 to 8 p.m. You can enter to win some great prizes, meet the staff and students, plus free haircuts and manicures for all applicants. The academy is located at 1057 North Church Street in Hazleton. That's right by the Churchill Mall. Keep it here on News 13. More news still to come tonight. I'm filling in for Fred, which should be pretty much fun. And of course, a look at that weekend weather, what's headed our way here in Greater Hazelton, plus your 4-day forecast for Schuylkill County. We'll be right back.
SSP TV Sports on News 13.
Hey folks, well I'm going to do my best filling in for our very own Fred Barletta tonight, so bear with me, but we're going to start off with Russ Kanzler and the Clippers. Russ went 1 for 4 and managed to knock one right in, but it wasn't enough. The Clippers again fell to the Bulls of Durham last night 7-9. Kyle Landis got some playtime last night, managing to get a hold, pitching 1 inning, only allowing 1 hit and striking out 2 batters. The Arrows topped the Senators 5-2. Now the Yankees in Pawtucket played a double-header last night and split the games. The Yankees triumphed in the first game 5-1, but lost the second game, which only ran 5 innings, 2-5. Lehigh Valley managed to snap their losing streak against Buffalo last night, beating the Bison 4-1. Tonight's minor league schedule runs the same as last night, with Durham at Columbus, Akron at Harrisburg, the Yankees still hosting Pawtucket, and Lehigh Valley at Buffalo. In the majors tonight, Texas remains in the Bronx. Joe Madden and the Rays travel down to the West Coast from Seattle to Los Angeles to challenge the Angels. And speaking of Los Angeles, the Dodgers continue their stint in Pittsburgh, the Mets are still in Cincinnati, and Philadelphia leaves Florida for the Midwest to play the Brewers tonight. And finally, the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Yankees have announced the 6 finalists in their Name the Team contest. The 6 final team names are, here we go, the Blast, Black Diamond Bears, Fireflies, Rail Riders, Porcupines, and lastly, I don't know about this one, the Trolley Frogs. The names each hold a connection to Pennsylvania and the local region, so if you want to cast your top 3 votes for the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Yanks, go to swbyankees.com and cast your vote today. The contest runs until August 24th. Contest winner will be announced at yet an undetermined date at a special unveiling party, and that's sports on your Thursday.
And we're brought to you by Bottlenecks, where tonight it's Rack 'em Up Rib Night. They're racking up their flavor with fire-grilled ribs. You get a half rack of meaty, fall-off-the-bone St. Louis-style spare ribs, and it is smothered in that sweet barbecue sauce. They fire-grill it and serve it with bottomless fries for just $9.95. And oh, don't forget, huge imported beer selection, pool, dart, shuffleboard. Good time waiting for you up at Bottlenecks.
Crossing our fingers for fabulous weather this weekend for Rockin' the Block. Let's take a look at the forecast to see what Mother Nature has in store for Greater Hazelton. First, a big thanks to this West Hazelton Elementary School student helping to bring you tonight's forecast. Mostly clear skies, low down to 60 is what we have ahead for the rest of this Thursday. And your 4-day outlook goes like this. Friday, chance of a thunderstorm, but all in all, sunny skies, 75 will be our high. Saturday, Sunday, partly sunny, 72 on Saturday, 73 Sunday. And for your Monday, look for a chance of thunderstorms with a high up to 72 degrees. And now for a look at the forecast for all of our Schuylkill County viewers as we head into the weekend. Partly cloudy skies for tonight and a low down to 62 degrees. Your 4-day outlook Friday is looking pretty much rain-filled and cloudy in Schuylkill County. Sun may pop through, slight chance of it. 83 will be our high, 77 Saturday, 74 Sunday and Monday. Partly sunny, 74 degrees. Your forecast brought to you by Valley High Drive-In, Route 93, West Hazelton. Stop by for some ice cream, milkshake, great food. You want it? They've got it at Valley High Drive-In. And before we say goodbye tonight, I wanted to let everybody know that if you were watching earlier in the newscast, we told you about another shooting in the city of Hazelton, a drive-by shooting. Luckily, no one was hit. A house was hit, though, with bullets. Tomorrow, Chief Frank D'Andrea of the City Police Department and also the Mayor of Hazelton, Joe Yanuzzi, will be appearing on a special edition of the Sam LaSant Show that will air right here on Channel 13. We do not know what time that show will air, but you can keep checking back, and of course we'll announce it on News 13 tomorrow and on our website and even on our Facebook page. But they're going to talk bottom line about the shootings, about the crime and everything that's been going on in the city of Hazleton. So you won't want to miss that. A special edition of the Sam Lassant Show with Chief Frank D'Andrea and Mayor Joe Iannuzzi from the city of Hazleton. That'll do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. You can catch this newscast again with a rebroadcast throughout tonight, or simply go to News 13's website at ssptv.com, where you're going to find everything Greater Hazleton and beyond. It's all just a click away. On behalf of your News 13 team, be safe. We'll see you back here for TGIF. Good night.